Do you have a horse that doesn't want his or her feet handled? Being able to safely pick up your horse's feet not only allows for easy, regular farrier work, but it also is critical for easy vet care and daily foot care. I've got our 22-year-old rescue mare here. She doesn't seem to have had her feet handled any, if at all, in her lifetime. Her feet are overgrown and cracked. Um, they basically look like they've just been out in the pasture and they've been worn down naturally. You can see that she doesn't really want me to handle her feet. She puts all of her weight onto one leg, the one leg that I'm trying to pick up. Even when I twist her chestnut here a little bit, she still is just leaning on me. Um, so you can see that she just doesn't want anything to do with me handling her feet. She is good, however, about letting me touch her feet. She's totally okay with me rubbing my hands all over her feet and legs. So I have that going for me. She just won't pick them up for me. She puts all of her weight onto the one foot that I'm trying to pick up. Horses have a natural reaction to pick up each foot to avoid flies or anything else that annoys their lower legs. I use this response to my advantage. Remember to always stand in a safe position, never giving your horse the chance to push you over or kick you. You see me here start to introduce this technique where I rub her leg first to make sure that she's okay with it and she knows that it's down there. I don't want to startle her. I just want to use her natural reaction to teach her a better habit rather than letting her stand and lean on me when I'm trying to handle her feet. She tries to push into me here and I just remind her not to do that. And then I go back to just lightly tapping her leg just below the knee, just enough to be annoying. I stop every time she picks up her foot. I do not want her pushing into me though. There she got a little too pushy and I reminded her that I don't want her in my space. I want her to think about what we're doing here and not be trying to get away. She gets a reward for every time she picks up her foot at all. And I rub her all over, I scratch her, I let her know when she's doing a good job and doing a good job thinking about things. This trick works really well for horses that have learned to lock their leg or lean on you when you go to pick up their feet. Because you can see here that she's really doing a good job of learning to unlock her leg. And then I can reach over and tap where I was tapping with the stick. And then she would pick it up nicely for me and I could hold it for a moment. Where she didn't let me do this before. This is about 5 minutes in. As with anything with your horse, rewarding the little steps and making sure that you're making a little bit of progress is going to be the key for this. Repetition is going to be your friend, as well as consistency is going to be the key. Horses with their front legs are all going to be relatively the same, but every horse is going to be a little bit different when it comes to their back feet. I already said earlier that she's comfortable with me rubbing my hands all over her back legs as long as I don't try to pick them up. She's fine. But as soon as I go to pick one up, as you could see there, she was kicking at me. She was doing a little bit of resisting, just not being very cooperative at all. It would have been impossible to clean her feet out or do any farrier work. So I used the same concept on her back feet Just take care when you're doing anything with the back feet. Some horses will kick more than others. She's not much of a kicker, luckily, but I've dealt with some horses that are just very prone to kick and are very happy to do it. And just don't put yourself in any harm's way. Do not give your horse the chance to injure you. What I'm looking for with this technique is I'm mainly looking for her to relax that leg that I'm tapping on, picking it up when I'm tapping, even just a little bit, but mostly just relaxing and taking her weight off of it and getting more comfortable with the idea of me handling her feet. And she's doing really well for her first day of doing this. You could see just a few minutes ago she was kicking at me and really resisting when I picked up that hind leg, and now she's cocking it nicely, relaxed, and I can easily pick it up. Probably couldn't trim her yet, but she's getting more comfortable with the idea of me at least handling her feet. This is step one. This is progress, and I'll take that. Considering she's over 20 years old and she's never had any of this done to her, I'm pretty thrilled with how she's doing so far.